Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building. As always, I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. On my way to go get it. As always, man, I hope y'all doing the same. On the road to 2K, man. We halfway to that 1100 mark. About to go live later on today, man. I'm sorry I haven't been on these last couple days. I've just been getting my fighters ready for their fights tomorrow night. So if y'all in the tri-state area want to check out some local talent, man, stop by Pivot Boxing Academy, 2807 North 6th Street, Philadelphia, PA 19133. Slide through, man. If y'all want to meet the boy Mazuma TV, y'all want to go check out, you want to see some good fights, you want to kick back, you know what I'm saying, really be a fan of the sport, you know what I mean, see these fighters before they make it in the pros, man, go check it out. But what I want to talk about today is Canelo Alvarez. You know what I mean? There was an interesting tweet by Michael Benson. He actually put out a couple tweets that I found pretty interesting about the situation that's coming up with Canelo Alvarez. And the first thing that I'm going to mention is that apparently with Showtime shutting down its doors for boxing at the end of 2023 this year, they're still going to be giving Canelo's last two pay-per-view events on Showtime. So in 2024, because it was agreed upon before the whole shutdown or whatever, Canelo's last two fights on this PBC deal will be televised by Showtime pay-per-view. So after them two, then it'll officially be the end of Showtime boxing. You know what I mean? But the more important tweet that Michael Benson had put out is apparently Jaime Mungia is a potential opponent for Canelo going into this May fight. Because, you know, Canelo like to fight in May. You know what I mean? Cinco de Mayo weekend. And then he likes to fight on Mexican Independence Week in September. So he says that apparently Jaime Mungia is a strong possible opponent for May against Canelo Alvarez, while they're contemplating having David Benavidez as an opponent in September. You know what I mean? That's something that PBC has been wanting for David Benavidez for a long time. And I've been saying that if they do this 3-fight deal with Canelo Alvarez, it'll be a huge L for PBC and a huge disservice to David Benavidez if he's not the last fight on this contract. So it seems like that's the move. That's exactly what they're intending to do. And I'm not mad at the Jaime Mungia fight. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look over the possible opponents for Canelo Alvarez, you know, I heard Carlos Adames. I definitely wasn't feeling that Carlos Adames fight. They mentioned Jamal Charlo, wasn't feeling that fight. You know, he's fighting November 25th. Along with David Morrell, I think that's a little bit too much for Morrell right now. I still think that he needs to earn his way. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't even know if he has 10 fights yet. You know what I'm saying? They already trying to put him in world title opportunities or fighting for all the belts. It's like, I feel like you need to really stamp your name before you can really get yourself in that type of opportunity. But I wouldn't be mad at the Morrell fight, but I just feel like that's not the best fight for Canelo to take in his in three fights. I don't think Morrell's a good way to go. You know what I'm saying? So Jaime Mungia, you know what I mean? Another Mexican fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend. That sounds like it's gonna be super lit. You know what I mean? A young Mexican, undefeated dude, motherfucker, damn near 50-0. You know what I mean? It's a good fight. You know what I mean? But I was caught off guard because I thought, honestly, that PBC was strictly going to stick with their PBC roster, but apparently they're going to be using, I guess, I think Jaime Mungia is a Golden Boy fighter, so I guess they're going to be reaching out to Golden Boy to see if they can make a deal happen between Canelo, PBC, and Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya with Jaime. So that's something that caught me off guard. I didn't think they would give an opportunity to a fighter outside of the PBC stable, but nonetheless, it's a solid fight. You know what I mean? And I guess Canelo changed his mind about fighting Mexican fighters. You know what I'm saying? He said, I don't want to fight Mexicans because I represent Mexico. You know what I'm saying? He was saying all that shit. He got bashed and he was like, oh, no, never mind. You know what I mean? He said, oh shit, they had my neck, never mind. Let me go fight me a Mexican real quick. And Jaime Mungia he got some good, you know what I mean? I feel like he hasn't fought nobody. I think he's overrated in a sense. But he has some good abilities. He's a high volume guy. He has some pop. He's aggressive, come forward, lets his hands go. Great conditioning, high volume type guy. And I think in all honesty, a fight with Jaime Mungia may help Canelo in preparation for the ultimate fight, which is David Benavidez. And we see Canelo do this in the past. They've been real strategic with his matchmaking. For example, before he fought Triple G, right? Triple G, big, strong, middleweight, you know what I'm saying, hard puncher, you know what I'm saying, aggressive, you know what I mean? Prior to that fight, he fought Chavez Jr., who was a big boy, lets his hands go, has power, not exactly like Triple G, you know what I mean? Not as dangerous as Triple G, but a style that will give him some type of insight in what to expect against somebody like Triple G. You know what I'm saying? They share some similar characteristics. So he was like, all right, let me take this fight, you know what I'm saying, so I can get a good look at what I should be, or get some sort of idea of what they expect. So now, Canelo's trying to fight Jaime Mungia because him and Benavidez share some characteristics. Is he as dangerous as Benavidez? Absolutely not. But he does have some abilities that's similar to Benavidez in terms of the high output, being in great shape, the size. You know what I mean? So I see what Canelo's trying to do. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a coincidence at all. I think that's just smart matchmaking on Canelo's part. Him just going about shit strategically. You know what I mean? And when you at a high level, you might have to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? To have the best advantage possible, or to be as prepared as possible. So hopefully Jaime Mungia is successful against John Ryder in January. Which is a solid fight. It's a solid fight, you know what I mean? I see exactly what Golden Boy trying to do with Jaime. You know what I mean? They're not all the way confident in him yet, so they giving him guys that like he can actually learn from, but it's still beatable. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on the fight, man. Jaime Mungia is a possible opponent while contemplating, keyword contemplating, a David Benavidez fight in September. And it'll be on Showtime, man. Although Showtime is closing its doors to everybody, they're going to keep it open for Canelo for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? So that's the news that's been put out there by Michael Benson. And that's my opinion on the situation, man. Canelo's back fighting Mexicans. Somebody in trouble, man. That boy done changed his mind. He said, never mind. Now I'm right back at y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Jaime Mungia, Canelo possible for May. David Benavidez, Canelo possible for September. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do you think Canelo's going to fight Mungia? Do you think he's going to go a different direction? Y'all let me know in the comments below. This is Mazuma TV. Shout out to the nation. Shout out to the mob for making this happen. I'm out, man. Peace.